everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day. In today's video, we are going to discuss about sex ratio at birth, or as the term says, missing girls. Now, this is taken from an article published in The Hindu dated 24th August 2022, headlined as Sex Ratio at Birth Normalizes Slightly, says the study. So, the latest study by Pew Research Center. Now, this is an American think tank based in Washington, which provides information on social issues, public opinion, and demographic trends shaping the United States and the world. It pointed out the sun bias is on a decline in India. Now, the term sun bias reflects a preference for boys, which indicates serious discrimination against girls and women. And the findings of the report are based on the National Family Health Survey. Now let us understand the meaning of missing girls. So missing here is a term used by demographers to describe the deficit in a population that is caused by discriminatory family planning practices, largely female-selective abortions and female infanticide. In short, it refers to how many more female births would have occurred during this time if there were no female-selective abortions. The Nobel Prize-winning economist Amartya Sen was the first to draw international attention to the concept of missing women in the year 1990. Now let us discuss some of the key takeaways of the report. The average annual number of baby girls missing in India fell from about 4.8 lakh in the year 2010 to 4.1 lakh in 2019. The sex ratio at birth has declined from 111 boys per 100 girls in 2011 to 108 boys per 100 girls in 2019-21. If we talk about the reasons behind this improvement, there were efforts to curb sex selection, including a ban on the prenatal sex test, the PCP-NDT Act, and a massive advertising campaign urging parents to save the girl child. For example, the schemes like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. And also this coincides with the broader social changes such as rising education and wealth. Now, this report has also analyzed the religion-wise sex ratio at birth. Among the major religions, the gender imbalance was highest for Sikhs. But even the biggest reduction in sex selection is also among the Sikh community. In the 2001 census, had a sex ratio at birth of 130 males per 100 females, which has now narrowed down to around 110 boys per 100 girls, which is about the same as among the Hindu community, 109 per 100 girls. Also, both Christians and Muslims. Also, Christians have sex ratio of 105 boys to 100 girls, and Muslims with 106 boys per 100 girls, which is close to the natural norm. Now let us discuss the timeline of sex-selective abortions. Naturally, boys modestly outnumber girls at birth world over. That is at a ratio of approximately 105 male babies for every 100 female babies. And that was the ratio in India in the 1950s and 1960s. Moreover, India legalized abortion in 1971, but the trend of sex-selective abortions started picking up in 1980s due to the increased availability of prenatal diagnostic technology. The sex ratio at birth widened rapidly from about 105 boys per 100 girls before 1970 to 108 boys per 100 girls in the early 1980s, which reached to 110 in the 1990s and remained at the same level for roughly 20 years. And as you can see, this graph shows the same trend, that is, the number of male births per 100 female births from 1960 to 2020, and which has moved to a balanced state in the recent years. Now let us discuss some of the reasons behind sex selection is attributed to son preference or daughter aversion, that is a form of gender bias in which families prioritize having sons over daughters for economic, historical, or religious reasons. In India, son preference may be tied to cultural practices, daughters more costly to raise than sons. Also in Indian tradition, mainly sons pass down the family name, thereby carrying on the family lineage and are expected to perform the last rites for deceased parents. Daughters, meanwhile, often take away wealth in the form of large dowries at the time of marriage. And while sons continue to live in the parental home after marriage, a daughter is expected to move away from her parents to her husband's family home. Now, if we talk about the larger impact of this, it leads to marriage squeezes. That is, the societies with high rates of sex selective abortions typically suffer, within a couple of decades, a shortage of marriageable women and surplus of men seeking brides. And this marriage squeeze can trigger a variety of social problems, such as increase in sex related violence and crimes, and also trafficking of women. So, this was a little bit about today's topic. Now, let us take up one practice question on this topic. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Topic of the Day. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other topic tomorrow. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.